But it's interesting because you, in the documentary, you went back home, you're having a look around, and in actual fact, the night at the Brixton Academy is called Coming Home. So this is smaller than the big arena that we've already seen.
Yeah, we did a couple of nights at the O2 and it was an incredible experience, but we've even geared the set differently. It's just I'm on my guitar a lot on piano and we're smashing it on the drums, and we just wanted to actually have a bit more of a sweaty and down and dirty gig and just really come back to our roots of South East London and just really just have that kind of show. And we did Belfast the other day. It's incredible,
I've never played a festival, and obviously 3 shows in 27 years, no pressure.
Yeah.
But the audience in Belfast, I've got to say thank you. It was just a glorious, glorious night. And the haze and the smoke going into the audience, and everyone was doing their arms as you would hope it would be. It was just an amazing.
The sun was setting. It's an outdoor show.
So rock and roll, drinking Guinness on stage, handing the Guinness off to the percussion player and the bass player. What's up, lads? You know.
And so, obviously, putting this new show together, have there been any artistic differences, should we say, with this one?
I mean, me and Luke, we go at it like nobody else, but we've had a couple of rows in rehearsals. But the difference is, because of the film, I think we realised that, we realised that no argument is bigger than our being brothers in our friendship. So.
Also, you know what it is? I think unless you're really pursuing that middle-of-the-road music that's just nice and simple, which is still cool, if you're having 2 different influences, I think, it's not definitive. An opinion that comes from a creative place is you're passionate about it. So the melee of that is inevitably what makes the sound. That's how it comes together.
What you just said there, when you watched the documentary, so did you learn something about yourselves by watching that back?
Well, I think that we addressed things that in the film that, strangely, the cameras were like our therapist/mediator. We had a lot of pain and issues that we had not resolved, and we resolved them on screen, and we didn't know that was going to happen. So to see my brother in pain and vice versa, I think that we actually realised when you guys did that we were actually in pain about things through our life, the loss of our sister and our mother.
And I said before, what happens is we don't have silver spoons in our mouth like a lot of people. You have to go and work and survive. And we were so busy kind of creating at least some foundation which we can live upon and live from. That we hadn't given any time to ourselves as family to really address, not only post-fame, there was just so much that we hadn't got around to. So that was a bridge-building bit of therapy, that movie.
Yeah,
it really was.
But also that sort of fame that you had when it was at its... I think you nearly got me arrested.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, at Radio 1. And that you blocked the street, the whole street came to a complete standstill, and I went out, and the Radio 1 team said, you've got to go out and try and calm them down. They'll only listen to you. So
only Phillip can fix it.
I went out, precisely. I went out, and the policeman came up and said, you, in. He said, if you don't come in now, so I'm trying to calm them down. If you don't come in now, they're going to arrest you. Well, I'm going to arrest you.
But could you imagine the mugshots of you, Matt and I, doing this, that mugshot? That's kind of a...
The funny thing is that I actually got threatened to be arrested for going home. I was like, there was a big van and they said, you're inciting a riot. I said, I'm actually not inciting a riot. I'm actually just going home. This is where I live. And they were going to arrest me for inciting a riot.
It's a level of fame you just can't understand now, is it? Because it was crazy.
Yeah.
Which must be nice to be in this position. And yes, you have had your artistic differences, but that's brothers anyway.
But it's also bands, bands, we're a bunch of brats when we start getting creative,
There's also the TV show, and this is a night in with Bros, and this is BBC4 on Friday the 19th of July. And this is kind of an evening, a sort of walk down memory lane, if you like. It's sort of all of those things that inspired you from childhood right the way through your career.
Yeah, we're taking over BBC4 for the night, and we're programming it. It's a very decadent, and it's a real honour, first of all, to be asked to do it. Absolutely. But it's a very decadent way to programme. Like everything the films, we've got some great special guests. We've got some of our celebrity friends coming in. And
some live music. We're going to play live on British TV for the first time in 25+ years.
Together, yeah.
How does that feel?
That's what I mean, band.
Yeah. Feel good? Playing live? How's that going to feel?
Yes, sir. I can't wait. It's, I think, 3 or 4 numbers, so I can't wait to do that. I still get nervous because I just don't do it enough.
We just want it to be a night where you actually go, I like this, or I like this, I like this. And it's not just memory lane, it's also like we're going to actually have influences of people that we've loved over... We tried to get you, Phil, couldn't afford you, but it was...
We thought, should we take a few movies off and then we get you Phil?
Guys,
have you just sitting there looking at the camera?
thing about you also is that you have got to have that separate time. There are things that you do separately. And you've written a book.
I have. It's called Desert Conversation, which is it's a self-help / memoir. I went to the desert for 4 days, 4 nights, and shared some of my internal discoveries and pain and the journey of life, and sort of put it out there in a time where I don't think there's many outlets for people to speak about what's really going on, because it's a presentation thing with that. Everything's fabulous, and I think that results in more depression, more sadness, and I just wanted to contribute and use my platform a little bit for that purpose.
That's really important.
And in the meantime, you're celebrating 10 years in Vegas.
Yeah, we're planning. I've got my champagne launch, and I've just launched the champagne line in America, and we've got the 10-year anniversary coming up. It's quite extraordinary. It's the fact that we've got some incredible things planned. And
what do you get for 10 years at Caesar's Palace? What are they?
I'm at the Mirage now. I've moved.
Oh, you're at the Mirage.
I've moved next door to the Mirage. Although Caesar's are still my family.
Yeah.
But it's just there's incredible things. We're looking forward to. We're going to do the whole launch on that stuff. But it's kind of pinch yourself moment stuff that we're planning. And
one thing you do get in Vegas when I'm hanging out with them in Vegas is what you say. What do you get? You just get hooked up everywhere you go. It's fun. It's a big hookup.
No wonder you've been there 10 years.
There's the reason.
When I get to in this restaurant, yes.
I know, yeah.
Have you still got your conversation corner in your flat? Was that what it was called? I just remember it from the documentary.
Yeah.
The conversation corner.
Conversation.
Yeah,
This is what I like to call my conversation.
Well, the thing is, this is the deal. It's that people just don't converse anymore. Like, you'll be in the house and people will be texting. I have a few corners in my house where there's a decanter and maybe a nice scotch or something where you can actually sit down and talk with people. As I say, I'm happily eccentric, and that's just the way it is, I'm afraid.
Well, it's just the same.
No,
Yeah,
we
this is
love
our
that.
conversation corner. You see.
Yeah, I mean, listen, try it, but get 2
We just
chairs.
need a decanter.
Nice
that's what
decanter,
we
sit
need.
there.
When you come to his house, you'll be like, "Oh, get over there if you want to talk."